I feel like I'm blurry. Hi, Demon Dictator. Am I blurry again? Come on. My daughter has my phone, so I can't use it. Hold on. Oh, guys, I don't know what's wrong with the internet. Oh, it's working. It's working. Look at there. Yay. Because I thought we were in trouble. Don't you start acting crazy, you internet, you. Dazzle wants to arrange a tarot night. Okay, Dazzle. I will check my email. Demon Dictator, you sent me an email. Okay, when do you guys want to do it? These emails. Stupid stuff. Melissa Roberts. Okay, I don't see Demon. I don't see it, sweetheart. 50 worst people in the UK today, number 50 and 41. I don't see anything from you, Demon Dictator. Did you send it through Discord? Hello, everyone. Hello, Tropical Life. Hello, Snowdrop. Hello, Hello, Leah. Hello, Nicola. I know. Maggot thinks that Danny is going to destroy your channel to take down her channel. Maggot is crazy. Danny is your friend, Lady Letitia. I know. I heard her say stupid stuff like that. And so be it. So be it. I'm giving her full permission to do whatever she wants with my channel. That's Danny. Okay, let's do it on either, we can do it Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, Tara Knight. All right, all right, all right. I see it. Let me respond and say, let's do it. We can do it. I'm open. I'm really open. Okay. Yes, I can type with these nails. Yes. No, you don't have to resend it. I found it and I responded. Hello, everyone. Okay, I want to watch Proper Wise Guy. He has a video. Did she come out with another, whatever you call it? Did she come out with something else? Kara's pictures. Find something a little bit to do. I got 2 pancakes and some milk, Kara. I'll be right there, guys. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna watch Proper Wise Guys. We're gonna do proper wise guys, and then we're gonna look at Megan's. We're gonna look at Megan's Instagram. Hello, Diane. Hello, Nicola. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Snowdrop, for putting that up for me. Thank you for all your support. I hope I'm not blurry. Yeah, I hope I'm not blurry. Please support my channel, guys. Every little bit helps. Thank you. Lee says it means Maggot will talk about you again on her live. I wish that Maggot would just stop. Get her off of YouTube. Yeah, it's back. It's back with its same antics. Yeah, maybe I can go over to Auntie Mickey's house and we can do a live together. That would be great. Someone mentioned it yesterday. Thank you. Salmon pink. Okay. I'm not going to be long, so I just want to mention that it is back. And unfortunately, we got to deal with it longer. And according to her new live, whatever she's going to do today, looks like she's still talking about Danny and me. But why is she worried about my channel? She don't give a dang. I know Danny got that video taken down. Let's give it up for Danny Robinson. Hello, Golden Child. Hello, JBZ. Hello, Heather. Okay, JBZ, you got a meeting? Who's at work? Put a 1 in the chat if you're at work listening. JBC, Joy, and the Golden Child. It's pretty awesome. Okay, we're going to watch Proper Wise Guy, okay? And then there is another video that we're going to watch that is on her Instagram page, Megan's Instagram. She's running from a fly. Excuse me. She is really trying to be relevant, guys. I guess her new team is saying, oh, Meghan, why don't you put this out? Why don't you put that out? But I'm going to play Proper Watch that because he has a nice video, a new video. But before I get into that, I think she should unite with content creators. Like, I think you should unite with content creators like Auntie Mickey, Storm Paxton, Golden, and Ralph. Do a joint live with them speaking about maggots bullying. It would be powerful if you united on a live together. You know what? That is a great idea. I wonder if they would be willing to do something like that, to talk about the bullying, the harassment, the disgusting behavior. I don't want to get anybody involved that she's not messing with. Like, if she's not messing with Ralph, then I don't want to get him. I don't want to put anybody in the middle of my stuff because she will attack you. She attacked Auntie Mickey, and she's not funny. You're right. And maybe I could talk about different stuff on there instead of talking about other stuff on here. Maybe I will create a new channel, a backup channel just for like stupid stuff like maggot and stuff. Good idea, Snowdrop. Hello, Tune the News. Hello, Marine. Marion. Thank you. The beekeeper runs from a fly. You know what the fly likes. Okay, Lee has finished her long day at work. It's the evening in France. Oh, you speak French too, don't you, Leah? A beautiful language. I don't like the way Maggot says it. It sounds, she has such a deep voice that it doesn't come out really pretty and sexy. Thank you. Oh my God, I just threw this on. It's very comfortable. Letitia's lifestyle. Yeah, we could do that, Snowdrop. I like that. Tisha's drama, Tisha's lifestyle, what's going on in her world. You know what? I might create it today. And you said link it to this one. I don't know how to do that. I made another quiche. Wonderful idea, Snowdrop. I know, Maureen. It's been a while since we've seen you. It's good to see you. I know it doesn't sound sexy because French to me is a sexy language. I always thought that French was a sexy language. Very. Did you guys think that, or is it just me? You did? What kind of quiche did you make, Demon Dictator? I've been on this quiche kick for the last month, and I can't stop eating it. I'm trying to figure out what me and Little Bit are going to do today. What does she want to do? Maybe I'll take her to the playground. Not the outdoor playground because it's too hot. The indoor playground. I'm going to try to do that, Snowdrop. What kind did you make? Hello, Iman. It's so good to see you. Oh, Metropolitan French and Quebec French sounds very different. It really does. It's not sexy. I mean, no offense, but the way she says it, it doesn't come off like, oh, wow, you speak French. It sounds weird. Not weird, it just doesn't sound. I'm trying to be politically nice about this. It just doesn't sound sexy. But so, Leah, one day you got to come up here and speak French to us. Okay? Give it up for the Avengers in the house. You sent me an email, Iman. All right, let me check it out. Oh, vegetable quiche with my leftover veggies. Okay. Snowdrop, can you slow down the chat, please? Just a little bit. It's going a little fast for me. Just a little fast. I'm looking for an email. Hi, when you create your backup channel. Oh, okay. Thank you, Iman. Thank you. I will do that. Okay, so I got some work to do. Don't use this. Okay, thank you. I will do. Thank you, Iman, for the email and the suggestion. I will make sure I do it that way. Yeah, because I know Danny has 3 backup channels, Danny Montana and Danny Robinson. I don't know what the other one is. I should know. I'm her friend. But don't forget to check her out. She's got it going on. I love me some Danny. Oh, let me tell you what she did. Danny. She went in and remember that one post that Maggie did about let me get my daughter something to drink real quick. She just had a pancake. Anyway, she went in and she reported one of her videos on my behalf. She's still eating. I don't want to give her her milk before she stops eating. So she's still eating her pancakes. So anyway, yes. Yummy, Jimmy Dictator. Okay, Jojo, thank you for the advice. I will do that. I will create a new one and make it separate for sure. about Jag Joy if they shut Jag down. I know her channel got struck, according to Danny Robinson. But she can just create a new channel, and then what she does is she posts old videos in there to get watch hours, and then she's back on live. It's crazy. But anyway, Danny did something for me in behalf of me to protect me, and that was she reported one of Maggie's videos that was talking about my social security number. That one, she got that one removed. Way to go, Danny. Kudos to Danny. Okay, she works extremely hard. She's a very hard worker. But what I like about her so much is that she's thorough and she thinks beyond the scope. She thinks outside the box. Oh, Maureen, what are you going to eat? Let us know. I'm eating some quiche. I'm done eating it, though. Uh-oh, just the crust. I'm just eating the crust now. It's pie crust. So I make a quiche. I think I made it before. I made it before on YouTube. So if you want to make it, I got the recipe out there. It's just sausage, like breakfast sausage, chopped up. And then, sausage chopped up. And then some half and half milk. But I use 4 eggs. They say use 8, but my pie crust will only take so much egg. And I do like a cup of half and half. Mix it with the egg. And the 4 eggs. You get this little pie crust. It's like just your regular pie crust. And kind of looks like just pie crust. And cheese, mozzarella, cheddar, mixed cheeses, whatever kind of cheese you want. And then you put the hamburger meat the sausage in the pie crust. Put some cheese in there. Lots of cheese. I kind of try to layer it. So put some cheese at the bottom, then put the meat on top, and then put some cheese. And then pour the liquid with the egg and the milk in there. And then pop it in the oven. But I put more cheese on there. Uh-oh, I need a fan. Let me go get my fan. Kara. You want some milk? Mommy got you some milk. Coming. So, you guys know I have flashes because I'm old. I'm an older lady. I'm getting there. I'm aging. Letitia is aging. I'm aging, guys. Well, after I had the baby, I went straight into menopause. Like my body said, oh, hell no. Not finna not get into menopause. We're going to push you right over the edge. But I take estrogen because it gets really bad. So here's one of my other fans. Amazon. Amazon. Thank you, Iman. Side note, the new channel, with all respect, Lady Letitia, don't forget about the critics when you're linking your new channel together. Exactly. Everybody's telling me not to link it together, so I better not. I'll just do a separate. I am sorry to say, but Quebec French annoys me. We can start French lessons on your channel. Can we, Lee? Oh my God, I would pay you. Like, I used to take Spanish classes, and they were like $25 a session. And the session was $20 a shot, $15 to $20 a session. And God, I'm not very good at learning another language. It's really foreign to me. But I always wanted to learn French when I was little, and I just always wanted to learn it. It's like on my bucket list. I would love that. A word a day. Give me a word a day. See if I can remember it, Leah. I would love that on the new channel. French lessons. How cool would that be? I would be the first student. I'm there. Like, I am so into learning a new language. And maybe I'll show her how you're really supposed to speak French. Oh, sent me a follow-up. Okay. Let me check it out. I don't see it, Iman. You sure you sent a follow-up? All right, before I have to go, I want to watch Proper Wise Guy. He's got a video on Meghan. Okay. Give it up for the Avengers. Swords up, swords up. Yes, good for you, Marine. I need to decorate my house, but Auntie Mickey had questions on what is happening with you and how Maggot can still keep opening new channels under new emails and names. YouTube needs to stop Maggot. Oh, she did? Auntie Mickey had questions. Me too, Auntie Mickey. I wonder that same question. How was she able to continue to stay on Facebook when her pages have been removed? All three of them. Now, this one hasn't been removed. It's just on hold for 7 days. I better look amazing too. Hello, Loretta. Yep, she's back. It's back. It's back. It's back. Smash the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Hello, Salone. Yeah, she is. She's a very good person. I really like her. She really amplifies what a true friend is. And all those haters out there that's hating on her, too bad that you don't know the good side, because she is really a nice person. Too bad you got on her mean side, because she's a true friend. Bravo, Danny, and thank you for protecting Lady Letitia. Oh, thank you, Danny. Hello, Sharon. Bravo, Danny. Yes, bravo. Give it up for the Avengers. They have a nice community. Hello, Diane. La Rosa. Yeah, it'll be edited again, Salone. Going after Danny again and me again. Clarissa. Hello, Clarissa. Hi, LL, and all bouncy in to hit like. Oh, thank you. Still support, but had to get away from all of that. Still watching Royal Mess. Check you later. Wish drama would go away already. Take care. Bye, Clarissa. I know what you mean. That sounds delicious. I would use bacon instead of sausage, like a bacon quiche. Yes. I don't think I've ever made bacon. The sausage just has it has such a strong, flavor. Like it really puts that egg into, I don't know how to describe it, but sausage is pork. So I don't know if some of you probably don't eat pork. I hope I said it right, the golden child. Yeah. Get pie crust, 4 eggs, half and half milk, and sausage and cheese. That's all you need. And put your sausage, breakfast sausage, Jimmy Dean's sausage. I usually use hot because the hot really gives it a flavor. And it's not hot tasting. It's like a mild hot. So I use hot, but you might want to use the regular. Brown the sausage, put it over to the side. Then get 4 eggs, put it in a bowl, get a cup of half and half, put that in there, mix it with the egg, and then pour the sausage into the pie crust. Put some cheese, lots of cheese on there. Pour the milk and egg concoction in there. Put some more cheese in there and put it in the oven and let it bake about 45 minutes to an hour until the cheese get really nice and brown at the top. And you're ready to go. I eat on it for days. Like when I want a snack or if I'm hungry, I'll just go get like a little slice of it. Critters. No, it's no joke. No, it'll make you. It'll have you having an attitude. Like when I first started getting them, I had an attitude. I was like, "What's with this attitude?" It can be tough, but I take medicine. That medicine really works. But I haven't taken it. I need to go take it. I'm gonna take it when I get off. Yes, I'm on replacement medicine. I take estrogen, and it really, really does my body good. It really does. 52. Hello, Cordelia. La pute means the bitch. La pute, la pete, la pete, la pute. Am I saying it right? A bad word indeed. La pute, la puta, la puta. Am I saying it right? La pata, la puta, uta. Is there a silent word? Am I saying it wrong? You always have to learn the swear words first. I know I was either la pita or la pet, Putin, 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 la pita. Itch. Wouldn't that be a better word to say anyway instead of that other word? La puta. Let me make sure I'm saying it right, Leah. Hello, Diane. I missed you guys. Oh, let me put on my music. Jeez. Sometimes I forgot. I love my music. It's perfect for me. I'm grateful for it. Oh, you don't eat meat. I wonder now it would. Loretta, yeah, I don't eat meat often either. I wonder how it would taste with Beyond sausage. You can do vegetable, Loretta. I've never had veggie, but Demon Dictator made one, and it's probably just eggs and vegetables. You just mix your egg and vegetables and make sure you put your half and half. Your half and half does something with the flavor too. Hello, Flower Hill. Yeah, my doctor too. It's my OBGYN. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, thank you, Snowdrop. This Proper Wise Guys channel, if you want to check him out. Gross puta. Okay, good. Hello, Floyd. Yeah, she had a wonderful birthday. And the next day and the day after that, she was like, we're having another birthday. I said, next year, little one. But she's loving it. She's loving it, loving it, loving it.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, folks? How you doing, folks? Got a huge show here today, very controversial. All right, here's one thing you got to keep in mind. All right, operatives are going to be operatives. Meghan,
is that right, Leah? Poop.
Right, has a 4th of July post where she's doing this beverage,
La
this
poop.
wonderful looking
La
cocktail.
poop.
It's beautiful. You should wait till I break this down. There's a lot of things wrong in it that she overlooked, of course, because she has nobody, editing anything that she does, or she doesn't take any direction. But that's something a little bit different. Let me talk about this. All of them have connections to the Soho house. Her and her little girl squad, or whatever the hell. Think about this, okay? So Kelly is her go-to yacht, right? When she needs somebody in a clutch.
He's talking about her Soho days. You don't need crust. You don't have to have crust. Your egg can be your crust. So just put it in like a pan, and you don't really need crust. That's right. The crust is just if you want crust. Because one time I ran out of crust, and I was like, oh, I want to make quiche. And I almost made it without the crust, but I went ahead and ordered it.
Just put a video together. It's always Kelly. When she was eating the banana, it's Kelly. You know, whatever. Kelly's available and close. But here's another weird thing that doesn't make any sense. Okay, Kelly's got this whole thing about mom community, and Sharkley the Markley took a photo with her, and you know it's all about the mom community and this and that. But okay, so let's go into this. Kelly went to the hospital, and if I probably watched that video again, I'd probably realize some more. But when they went to that hospital, and that was that green carpet, it was all bizarre. And they were like touching each other weird. It was very bizarre. The whole thing was bizarre. But when I broke that video down at the time, I believe Kelly had a link to the Soho House.
Uh-oh.
I believe Abigail Spencer had a link to the Soho House at that time. But let me just show you this, okay? So here's interesting. By the way, Kelly now has all these links. All of them have Shop Me accounts too. So clearly Sharkle said, look, these yachts are making cash. I need to get in on the Shop Me deal. I'm not going through these links. It's ridiculous links. But this is what my point is. Disney is her first thing. Okay, they're all really into Disney too.
Well, we saw her
Here's you can see Kelly and Sharkle, Kelly and Sharkle, and Abigail's a good bud too here. So Abigail's right here. Okay, we're going down a little bit. Here's them eating the banana in the clutch post. This is her, her.
Oh, so I guess
thing that she's doing. Here's all three of them on Sharkle's show. Rest in peace, R.I.P. guy. Look at Guy's face. He's like, help me, please. Somebody help me. Now we get down here, right? And I did a video on this photo as well, which I'm going to click on right here. Now, this lady, coincidentally, is standing next to, guess who? Marcus Anderson, right? Soho. Now, here's Kelly and here's Sharkle. Very interesting. Right? We click on Samantha, it's her baby shower, okay? Capiche? And it looks like they're at a club. This is because the speaker's up high and all this, and there's a bar here and whatever. Maybe it is. I believe it was at the Soho House. I'm not 100%. Okay?
This is proper wise guy.
When you click on Samantha, now when I did the video at the time, I can't remember if this was public or private. I don't remember. But Soho House is her thing. Okay, she only has 1,800 followers here.
That's not very
Clearly,
many.
These are either business connections or personal people. She doesn't want nobody seeing nothing. Okay, she is a chief, like operating or membership officer or something, allegedly, with the Soho House. She's based in Los Angeles. Now, let me show you this. This is Sharkle Markle's Instagram account, and this is what I want to show you. So she has to, now the operative has to reinforce the narrative, okay? So she talks about her second date was on the 4th, this whole thing. Who knows who these people are? This finger looks odd. I'm not going into all this, okay? But I want to show you this. So H brought her cupcakes. So let me get this straight. On the first date, they're at a restaurant, by the way, that serves desserts and all this shit. But my point is this: an operative has to be able to sell the story, okay? And if she loved, let's say he found out, he's so stupid, that's what they're talking about in the first date. He finds out she loves cupcakes. It's not good enough that they have a photo together. Allegedly, he brings her a cupcake. Who even knows if he brought this to her? My point is this: even just, you know how many delicious, beautiful cupcakes there are in the world? why on the earth would you put 4th of July here? Is there another cupcake that says happy? Did she eat that one already? By the way, why is the paper torn? The whole thing. Don't cupcakes normally come in a box? Wouldn't you just open the box and take a photo of them? You would rip out the paper and set this down. My point is this, folks. This is proof that it was on the 4th. This is reinforcing to it, the person that's looking at surface level shit. Hey, this must be really on the 4th of July because if you ever gave somebody a Valentine's gift with cupcakes, do you think it says Happy Valentine's Day on the cupcakes? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This is an operative reinforcing a narrative. That's all this is. This is proof. By the way, this is also proof that she's losing her hair right here. I mean, she's allegedly, honestly, I think she's, pushing 50. Allegedly, she's losing her hair.
You guys think she's losing her hair?
She's got gaps. He's got gaps
it
here.
It is kind of losing it right there.
Okay.
Unless
now let's get into this video, and I'm show you some other things where she totally blew it. Here we go. All right, let me show you this first. Okay, so this is why I think this was all shot recently. All right.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The
cream
plate, the charcuterie board, right? The horrible charcuterie board that she made here.
Somebody's gonna be mad.
Next to the drinks. So that's why I think this was filmed recently. And also her shirts. And then I'm going to show you something else that's going to blow your mind. But the shirt, she's wearing the shirt Catherine wore 2 days ago. That's why I think it's recent. There's no other way in the world she could have put that coincidence together. Now let me show you this video. And here's even more bizarre. Here's even more bizarre twist. If this was shot on the same day, which I believe it was, because if they're renting out this house, she's not going to make one for the... How could you have the same charcuterie board that you just made, plus these stupid drinks sitting together? I mean, unless you made another one the same day you filmed. You see what I'm saying? It's just like overcomplicating. By the way, the hat is still hanging here. So she clearly just did an outfit change or whatever, and now she's going to focus on these drinks.
I didn't see this.
That's my opinion. So she starts, right? And here's the other thing.
Yeah, Rockadude's outside doing his Rockadoo business.
I mean, by the way, here's the other thing. Does she know what a muddler is? As many cocktails as this yacht is put down, she don't know what a muddler is? She doesn't have one of those? That's what I'm saying. This is not their house. She don't have the utensils.
Wow.
If you were going to make I mean, what are they, $1? Okay, here we go. Now, the other thing is this. The ice is in a bowl because she's got to try to make it look presentable. Makes no sense. Who in the hell wants this much fruit in a beverage? Nobody.
I don't think I want that. Is that her jam?
I mean, she has got to have 24-hour diarrhea. Now, here's the kicker.
24-hour diarrhea.
This gin, check out this bottle, all right? This is a good
she made this last week.
See this gin?
See how dark this bottle is?
There's only one bottle that's this dark that looks like this, right? And it's obviously cold. So it was in the freezer. So something's going on here, okay? Because it's chilled. It's just a warm bottle, so it's obviously got ice on it. And who knows? Maybe they brought it over on a cooler. I don't know. Maybe they keep it stocked there. Who knows? This is Hendrick's gin, which would be, not very common. Like most people know, I'm not a big gin person, but most people know like Bombay or Tanqueray or whatever. This is Hendrick's. Big in the UK, made in Scotland. All right. Price is equivalent to everything else, but maybe a little bit more expensive, but no big deal. But still, interesting. Who would probably love, if they drink gin, who'd probably love that? Probably H. He'd probably know more about that than the shop. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's clearly a Hendrick's bottle. All right. Then she puts a little tonic in there. I mean, and who really? Nobody. Come on, with this amount of fruit is just unbelievable. And by the way, no offense, the girls have left the building. Everything's funny. Everything is hilarious. What is so funny about what she just did? Nothing. Okay. I mean, where, hon? Come on, come on. Is she, something going on here? Look at the
Fresh
shoulders.
raspberries.
Look at the. I'm telling you. Now, if this wasn't enough fruit for you, she throws on a strawberry. Good grief. By the way, nobody's got 10 hours to make one cocktail. Okay, she's got to go pick fresh mint. By the way, these look like boards from where I don't know, they take a lot of photos at this place.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
They live there.
Is she barefoot? She is. She is barefoot. You can't see it, but she's barefoot. You're gonna have to watch it on your own. She's barefoot. All right. Oh my God! I gotta let these things breathe, for crying out loud. Now here's where it gets weird. Right here. Does this lady move pelvis first? I mean, everything. She walks like, who's that? I can't think of the person that walks with their torso first. What is the deal? By the way, here's the kicker. Kelly also has on the same striped shirt, the Ralph Lauren, that she was wearing a different color of in the other video where she made the charcuterie board. She's got her charcuterie board almost touching Kelly here, okay? She made the charcuterie board in the same damn shirt Kelly is wearing, different color. And also, same shirt that Princess Catherine was wearing 2 days before this whole shit was shot. Stop it. This has to be recent. By the way, what is the deal? And then here we got here. Look at this beehive. Honey, who is doing your shit? This looks like clip-on, crying out loud. This don't even look like extensions no more. This looks like a clip-on.
That doesn't look like her.
This looks like a clip-on tie. What is going on here? Do you notice the Rachel Winehouse deal going on? R.I.P.
You guys
Winehouse.
see it?
All right, please.
It does look like a clip-on. Like she just clipped it on and then brushed it down and blended it. Is her hair coming out that bad? If you're on menopause, use castor oil on your skin at night. It works wonders. Oh, what does it do? Can you tell I'm on menopause? Hello, Sue Clark. Aloha do. Hoa do. Aloha. I thought her new PR strategy was to go quiet. No, she's not going to be quiet. They're trying to find embarrassing things to help her be relevant. It's really something. She listens to no one. She listens to no one. Snowdrop. Boot. That's the only word I know right now. It's la boot. La poot maggot. Maggot la poot. When is South Park coming out with their roast?
I love that lady singing. Anyways, but look at this beehive going on here. What is
really going in on the air situation?
And then, okay, you ready for this? So let me go back. So she's got torso first, charcuterie board right in the front. Total charcuterie board here, right? Cooter in the front, total board. Beehive board here, right? Look at this stance, folks. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. And they're just so hilarious. I mean, ladies, get a room.
Where do we
please.
find that?
And then another camera angle to do the cheers. Cheers. We're gonna.
Demon Dictator, I would love to get that video. I would love to get the video. But where is it? Do we know where the video is? I think they took the video down. Oprah's been hiding the video. It was on CBS. Let me try something.
I don't think they take that here. Of course, they take Discover. Stuck in the past, baby. You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants, and he's my 14.
Yes, pop in, Snowdrop. I mean, Demon Dictator. Do you know where the video? Hello, Dell. I switched it. We were watching Proper Wise Guy. Give it up for Proper Wise Guy. Guys, do you guys know where the video is? Hello, Parts. Hello, welcome. Oh, wow. Do we know where the video of Oprah Winfrey is, or is that video gone? $5 a.m. in Australia.
Really hard to the back of the car and go, what on earth happened? Like, how did we end up here?
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You know, I would love to do that. I would love to show the video.
I'll try and find it somewhere because I'm working from home today and I was watching something and then, you know, like another video appears and it was the behavior panel, and I loved them. And they were analysing the Oprah Winfrey interview. And as I watched it again, I had it on in the background. And suddenly you hear all those lies again.
Yeah.
All these lies. I thought, this is going to be so good to watch this again and deep dive it again.
I would love to do it. I would love.
I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, because I tried to find it one time. And hold on, let me get the pop. Sorry about the grass. The people outside are cutting the grass. That's that noise.
Right, yeah, I've got my windows open. The kids are playing outside as well.
Yeah, my windows are down. You would think they were up.
Yeah, I've got kids outside and I've got windows open. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
They're playing.
Yeah, they're playing, so you might hear some kiddies' noise outside.
Oh, that's okay. That's nice.
Yeah. I want to see if I'll see if I can find it. You carry on with your show, and I'll see if I can find it somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, it's just bits and pieces of it. Yeah. See, this one has the full interview, but I don't think. Welcome home.
I just want to say that I called you either February or March 2018 before the wedding, asking, would you please give me an interview? And you said, I'm sorry, it's not the right time. And finally, we get to sit down and have this conversation.
Well, I remember that conversation very well. I wasn't even allowed to have that conversation with you personally, right? There had to be people from the conference sitting there. Everything was.
There were other people in the room when I was having that conversation. You turned me down nicely and said, perhaps there will be another time when there's the right time. What is right about this time?
Copy stricken.
Cut myself off then. I'm going to see if I can find it somewhere.
Well, so many
Well,
things.
who is it?
That were on the other side of a lot of.
You know who she is?
A lot of life experience that's happened, and also that we have.
Mega Shorts. This is her video.
Yeah, careful you don't get copyright notice.
And I'm gonna hit like, and I'm gonna support her channel in hopes that okay, I left her a message. Okay, and I hit subscribe, and it's Mega Shorts. If you guys know who she is, I'm gonna put her name in the comments. But here's the video, guys. Check it out. Meghan sitting on here lying. We should really go through it. We probably won't be able to go through all of it today, of course not. But let's go through some of it, right? Demon Dictator, just listen to the lies.
I think I found it on Rumble. That might be safer than this.
Okay, on Rumble.
Put it in the Discord. Let me see if I can get it to work in Discord, and then you can bring it up.
Okay, my daughter has my phone. Let me see if I can pull up Discord. My computer. Okay, here I am. Well, who is this? Okay. I'm sure Mega Shorts is not going to strike me. Come on.
Let's be safe. See if you can get that one out that I just sent you.
Okay, my daughter has my phone.
Let me see if I can put it in the chat. Hold on.
Yep, she is. Her days of being a star is over, Jill. She has She's got a darkness going on. Her bird shirt dress. I liked it. The little thing that went around her neck.
There you go.
Okay, sweetheart, do you see something that says private chat on the side?
Yeah.
Click that and post it in there. Do I have to have Rumble?
No, I was able to open it.
Okay. All right, great. Now I can just click on it. There we
Fingers
go.
crossed.
All right, thank you.
No problem. This would be good to watch this all these years later.
It's going to be great. We're going to watch a little bit of it, and then I'll probably have to go shortly. But let's watch a little of it. And then we'll just keep watching it until we get to the end of it, because I would love to do this. This is such a great idea, because you get to go back and listen to the lies, especially from all these years, and then you can catch them.
And we can also look at it, like the behavior and all, you know, like now, like she talks such gobbledygook, she can't answer a question, and we can go back and see if she was able to answer like questions properly now, you know, all those years ago.
Right, because this was the only
That
real.
makes sense. I don't even know if that makes sense what I just said. Okay.
Don't you know the pink salt trick recipe yet? Come with me and I'll teach you. This is the secret to melting fat without having to diet or work out. Now I'm going to teach you.
They spent billions to fund foreign wars, and yet you're still drowning in debt. Until now.
I just want to say that I called you.
This is so
Either
awesome.
February or March 2018, before the wedding, asking, would you please give me an interview? And
Very
you
pressed
said,
about that.
I'm sorry, it's not the right time. And finally, we get to sit down and have this conversation.
Well, I remember that conversation very well. I wasn't even allowed to have that conversation personally, right? There had to be people from the comments sitting there, everything.
Yeah, there were other people in the room when I was having that conversation.
Yeah,
you turned me down nicely and said, perhaps there'll be another time when there's the right time. What is right about this time?
Well, so many things. That we're on the other side of a lot of life experience that's happened, and also that we have the ability to make our own choices in a way that I couldn't have said yes to you then. That wasn't my choice to make. So as an adult who lived a really independent life, to then go into this construct that is
Bitch, Lapoot, you knew what you were getting into before you decided that you wanted to be in the royal family. You said you were ready to hit the ground running. You were ready to do all the necessary situations with the royals. And now all of a sudden you're sitting on the couch after the wedding. She's a piece of junk. It just amazes me how now all of a sudden it all went wrong. Didn't it all go wrong? You went wrong. You were the wrong woman for the wrong man. All the wrong reasons.
We're only 30 seconds in. We only watched 30 seconds. Oh gosh, here we go.
different than I think what people imagine it to be. It's really liberating to be able to have the right and the privilege in some ways to be able to say yes.
And to
I'm
say
ready to
for
talk.
yourself.
To say for
And
yourself.
not to have to consult with anybody at this point.
Yeah, to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
You just was totally in confinement. You were totally sheltered from the world. You couldn't go from A to Z. She's such a liar.
Yeah, don't forget they took her passports and they took her keys away and passports away, and she was locked in the house.
Yeah, I was locked in the castle. I was
Locked in the castle.
And I couldn't come out and play, Oprah.
Like Rapunzel. Locked in the castle.
Wig in your hair. Let me in. Just that stupid stuff. Then nobody twist your arm and tell you to marry Dingleberry. Nobody made you marry him. Nobody made you marry into the royal family. She acted like she was trapped. Now she's free to make jam. Now look at her. Now you really look like an idiot because you're running around on Instagram selling wine and jam while Catherine's looking like a princess. It's such an embarrassing moment. It's such a fall from grace. Uh-oh. The video's going too slow. It's that video. Uh-oh.
Have you got other things open? If you've got other things open, like emails and stuff, close it all down.
No, what's happening? Let me see if I can speed the speed.
Okay.
Nope, it's not working. It did this before because I found this one too, and it was. Let me go back. Let's go back.
The ability to make our own choices in a way that I couldn't have said yes to you then. That wasn't my choice to make. So as an adult who lived a really independent life, to then go into this construct
Somebody
that is
twist your arm and told you to go into no construct.
different than I think what people imagine it to be. It's really liberating to be able to have
a voice,
the right,
have my
voice. Is to be able to say yes, I'm
and
I'm
say
ready
it
to
for
talk.
yourself.
To say it for
And
yourself.
not to have to consult with anybody at this point.
Yeah, to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the ground. This might be the same one. Yeah, it slowed down. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the video. We probably can get it from the other guy.
Let me see if I can find it somewhere else.
Should we get it from the what's their names? The body language guys. Should we watch theirs?
Yeah, they dissect it. They don't watch all of it though. They watched little bits of it, and they show you all the lies.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find another one.
Yeah, there's Meg's Tunes. This was the Oprah Winfrey the next day. Yeah. This is Oprah with her dumb self.
We've been talking about the candid conversation Prince Harry and Meghan had with Oprah last night, including some of the moments that did not air last night. Oprah joins us now to discuss. Oprah, hey, let's pick it up right where we left off before the commercial break, where Harry wants to make it very clear, it seems, that he did not blindside the Queen. We left, I don't know if you could hear it, with a bite where you said, does the Queen get to do what the Queen wants to do? He had made several attempts to see his grandmother.
Oh, he's a liar.
Yes, and I think that was such an important story to be shared last night. In the process of trying to edit this 3 hours and 20 minutes down to 1 hour and 25 minutes, I'd said to my team, the most important question to be answered here at the end of this show will be, why did they leave? And I think the stories about being blindsided, blindsiding the Queen were very, very damaging to them and also hurtful, because they understood very clearly that there had been months and months of preparation before they actually moved to Canada. And truthfully, there was a statement by the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, on January 18th, in which she said, following many months of conversations and more recent discussions, I am pleased that together we have found constructive and supportive way forward for my grandson and his family. So the Queen on January 18th actually said that there had been months of conversation, but in spite of that, there were still all of those stories about blindsiding the Queen, blindsiding.
That's why the details are
I'm very
important.
happy that.
That is why the details are important.
That's why the details
The tabloids print stuff that they know is false and have been told isn't true.
But Oprah, it's also
right.
the question remains why the Queen takes sees and when she sees them, and it seems to come back to something that Meghan pointed.
I think the best thing that we can do is if we watch the body language guy's video. It's only snippets, but they point out all the lies and all the behavior and how they just what they're saying is not true. It's a good interview. It's probably the best one that we can get, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, let me see if I can. You have that link?
Let me get it.
I know, Joe. She's just sitting here, gaslighting us.
About early that there's the family and then there's the institution. And you were constantly trying to probe the difference between the two. What did you take away from that?
I took away from that there are, as Harry just indicated, there are people surrounding the family who are advisors to the family, who have been there for a long time, and that's a part of the hierarchical structure. And those people have a lot of influence and also input.
You get you mentioned last night, Oprah, that you watch The Crown. I do too. You get a sense of that in The Crown, that actually there is almost kind of like a deep state within the monarchy that actually runs the monarchy. But I wanted to ask you, we had Tina Brown on earlier, who said that this interview is like kryptonite for the royal family. And I'm sure Harry and Meghan, when they agreed to have this conversation with you, knew it was not going to make their relationship with the royal family any easier. Why do you think they agreed to do it?
Money?
Oh, I think they agreed to do it, wanted to do it, were ready to do it, because when you have been lied about for a series of years, I think anybody, you can understand this, if in your own office or in your own family, somebody is saying things about you that are not true, and how hurtful that is. Or if you're online and you read the comments from something that somebody has said about you, and you continue to see those comments, how hurtful that is. So imagine that for over a period of months and years, and you know that it isn't true. I think the most important thing for them, before I do any interview, I have a conversation with whoever I'm interviewing and ask, tell me what your intention is, and I will tell you what my intention is, and let's see if we can align those two. 'Cause I don't want you to finish an interview and at the end of the interview say, I wish I had said. And
but Oprah, let's talk let's talk about the jaw-dropping moment, the first one about the color of the baby skin. And you asked Harry about it when he came out. He did not tell you who it was. Did you all have another conversation about it? Because that was something that there's a big guessing game all around the world. Who was it? Who was it? Who wasn't? I thought it was very touching that Harry still is choosing to protect the identity of whoever that was.
Yes, and he did not share the identity with me, but he wanted to make sure that I knew, and if I had an opportunity to share it, that it was not his grandmother nor his grandfather that were a part.
Oprah Winfrey. First of all, it was a stupid question in the beginning because no one was curious about his skin color. That was all a lie. And now you're in the middle of it.
Of those conversations.
That was not his grandmother and Prince Philip, you said?
Yeah, it's not his grandfather.
Either his her career was interviewing this liar. That was the biggest mistake that you made, Oprah, was interviewing those two liars. That's what brought down your popularity.
Your grandmother nor grandfather were part of those conversations. He did not tell me.
They didn't do it. It was Catherine and it was Charles that said it. That stupid stuff. What a load of hog lapoot.
Me who were a part of those conversations. Right. As you can see, I tried to get that answer on camera and off.
All right. Oprah, stay with us. You have more never before seen clips for us, including Meghan talking about her own family.
You don't say. Isn't this a cute couple?
Really yeah, they've taken that Oprah Winfrey interview off the internet, man. It's so bad.
Yeah, they did. And then it was supposed to be on her
website, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent it in the link in the chat.
Okay, I got it.
Up until she dies. A little bit tense and uptight. Like, how bad does it have to get until I am allowed
Look at him.
Do this?
Oh, is that the right one?
Wait a minute.
Where's the other one?
I'm Scott Rouse. I'm a body language expert and analyst, and I train law enforcement and the military in interrogation and body language. And I created bodylanguagemembership.com.
That's the wrong one. Try the other one.
There's no shame in this. And actually, you can use any part of my own experience that might assist or help others who have similar issues, similar traumas. For most of my life, I've always felt worried, concerned, a little bit tense and uptight whenever I fly back into the UK, when I fly back into London.
Oh,
and
really?
Oh, yeah.
I could never understand why. I was aware of it. I wasn't aware of it at the time when I was younger, but after I started doing therapy and stuff like that, I became aware of it. Like, why do I feel so uncomfortable? And of course, for me, London is a trigger, unfortunately.
It's a trigger.
Because of what happened to my mum and because of what I experienced and what I saw.
Your mom died in, it wasn't in London, was it?
No. I've sent you the wrong link. Hold on a second.
He's so full of himself.
That last shot looks like he needs to be wormed.
And I could never understand.
sent you the wrong one. Hold on one second.
That gear-like movement of his hands as he's thinking,
Yeah.
to your point, Chase, would give me the opportunity when he has something that he is telling me the truth about, he would use one set of gestures, either positive or negative. But when he needs to think through it and he has to create details, he's going to use his hands. And that's a tell. That's a very easy thing for you to use if you're talking to.
Exclusive clip from our interview with Prince Harry and Meghan. In this on-aired excerpt, the Duchess of Sussex talks publicly for the very first time about her father and her half-sister, Samantha Markle. She tells Oprah how she felt when she found out her dad was working the tabloids.
There was such an obsession about anything in my world, including tracking down my parents, and I did everything I could to protect both of them in that media frenzy.
You wasn't trying to protect your father. If you was trying to protect your father, you would have sent security to help him. You would have sent some people to assist, like you did your mother, you liathon.
For over a year, tabloids were trying to find my dad, offering people so much money to try to find his address. Once they did, I remember being told there was a huge headline like, "We found him," or "We've got him."
Oh.
You're talking about someone's father. And
So
for
you
that,
wasn't trying to protect him.
I'm trying to protect nobody. That's right, Penelope. Yes, she's lying.
Yes.
No. What did you guys think about these folks?
Yeah, I guess what everybody wants to know is who was it that brought up the color of the kid?
I don't think that happened.
I didn't do any research about
You
what
didn't
that
do
would
any
mean.
research?
No. I'd never looked up my husband online. I just didn't feel a need to, because everything that I needed to know he was sharing with me, right? Everything that we thought.
Well, you researched him. You did everything you could to try to find out who this prince was, so you could get in his bed. You lied.
She did massive research on that man. She did all the research on him.
Yes, she did. I didn't have to because he told me everything. Sure, you liar.
I needed to know he was telling me.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to start this one off by talking about culture. Culture, no such thing as body language without culture. It impacts everything we do. If you think about little kids in the US used to use the same salute the Nazis used to do the Pledge of Allegiance until Hitler created that whole mess, and then that went away. That same thing's true about every culture we enter. And so we'll have subcultures. That means the four of us are subculture, very small culture that creates their own normals and that kind of thing. Then you get to microcultures, and those are things like just a couple of people. And they'll have their own nuanced way of communicating. It's going to come up in.
Doesn't mean anything. I mean, if somebody does this, looks like, it doesn't mean anything.
Cluster here that you have to go, hang on, that isn't accurate. And also, look, we all know that.
And if you're going to marry a royal, then you would do research about what that would mean.
Well, I didn't do any research about what
didn't
that
do
would
any
mean.
research.
No. I'd never looked up my husband online. I just didn't feel a need to, because everything that I needed to know he was sharing with me, right? Everything that we thought I needed to know he was telling me.
So specifically, did you make Kate cry?
No, I didn't.
All right, Chase, what do you got?
Ryan.
I'll just point out a couple things here. There's some prolonged eye contact holding afterwards for effect. No request for approval, which is unusual. But this prolonged eye contact afterward deviates wildly from her baseline. Eyebrows go up before the denial. Before the denial. So we have a traditional behavioral pattern mismatch there. Mouth closes immediately. You guys know I pick on that a lot. That's one of my things. I think that's a very good indicator, especially when you know the baseline. There's some lip compression there. And why outright denial instead of an exclusion statement? How does she know that Kate didn't cry at home?
Yeah, it bothers her.
How does she know that it didn't happen somewhere else that was outside of her awareness? That's an acceptable place for an exclusion statement. If I ask, the CEO of Enron, are you engaged in insider trading? And he says, as far as I know, no. That's where it would be deceptive, when you should have direct knowledge. But when you don't always have direct knowledge, that's when you can hear those exclusion statements, and they do help to tell the truth. Scott, what do you got?
All right. Again, we see that latency response is a little bit too quick there on the answer. So that's number one. And the next number two for me is fading facts. Because when she says no, it's really quiet compared to what she's been talking up to this point. And when she starts that answer, like Jason was just saying, where she locks those eyes in, is like, and just burn her with those as she tries to look innocent and sweet and all that.
Yeah.
Chin tucked.
She tries to look innocent and sweet. Like, no, I didn't do that. It wasn't me. It was.
Lips compressed with a smile. Kind of an odd thing that withdrawing her lips is requesting approval, as well as she gets a little bit of a forehead. I agree with you, Chase. She didn't go to full blown this, but the grief muscle ripples just a touch at the same time. So when I see that, all that, I go, something is not right here. I'll just leave it at that. Compare it, run it through fast forward, watch the whole video as much as you want, and find another place that looks like that. That's a baseline deviation on all fronts. That for me is ding, 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 ding. Guess what? I would dig in a lot harder.
Excellent.
So specifically, did you make Kate cry?
No.
Came in as a divorcee, you came in as an independent woman, you came in as the first mixed race person to marry into the family, and yours was a different story. And did that concern you in being able to fit in? Did you think about that at all?
Well, I thought about it because
they made me
think about it. Right? But I think at the same time now,
let's blame, let's point the fingers. Let's make sure that we're pointing the fingers at someone else and not taking responsibility for them. Answer the question. Either yes or no. They made me. They didn't make you. They offered you a big wedding. They opened the door for you. They made you a senior royal, you dingleberry. This, as you can tell, this interview kind of pissed me off a little bit.
It did. This was the worst thing they ever did to themselves.
Yeah, they really messed up their whole trajectory, their whole attitude, this was the beginning of the end of her. This Oprah interview.
It was. That's why Oprah scrubbed it from the internet. It's just the worst thing that they did.
She scrubbed it from the internet. She took it off her CBS, because she had it on there. On her webpage, and she took it off. Why you take it off, Oprah? You're ashamed? Because she lied all the lies. No, I just said hello, Carla.
Reflection, thank God all of those things were true.
There we go.
More Lance Armstrong.
Mark, what do you got?
So double shoulder raise just before she starts to answer, and they stay there. So there's some element of protection, I would say, before she starts to speak. Quite a long pause before she gets anything out.
Of her being a victim. And what we're seeing as she answers this are anger expressions and the micro expressions we're seeing. When she says, at the same time now, if you look right in here, you'll see this thing where she goes up, where it keeps popping up in there. And those are classic micro expressions of anger. We're not seeing much in the eyebrows toward anger, but we do see more eyebrow movement here than we do in the rest of the videos we're going to watch. So that's one thing to look out for, is that the little micro expression of anger. And then I think that's pretty much all I got. I mean, you guys covered everything else, but we're seeing this creating, starting to paint this picture of a victim as we go through this.
You came in as a divorcee, you came in as an independent woman, you came in as the first mixed race person to marry into the family, and yours was a different story. And did that concern you in being able to fit in? Did you think about that at all?
Well, I thought about it because
they made me
think about it. Right? But I think at the same time now, upon reflection, thank God all of those things were true.
One of the stories that continues to live either through rumors or social media out in the world is that you, Meghan, are the one who manipulated, calculated.
It's you, Meghan. Yes, you. Why are you looking stupid? It's you that calculated this. It's you that did all.
Are responsible for this Megxit.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing what they'll blame on Mexi. This is.
And as the first mixed race person to marry into the family, and yours was a different story. And did that concern you in being able to fit in? Did you think about that at all?
Well, I thought about it because
they made me think about it.
Right? But I think at the same time now, upon reflection, God, all of those things were true.
Yeah.
One of the stories that continues to live either through rumors or social media out in the world is that you, Meghan, are the one who manipulated, calculated, and are responsible for this Megxit.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing how they can use Meg for everything.
Yes. There are even stories that you knew
He
all
didn't
along.
even look at her.
He looks like he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's like, what the hell is she going to say next?
Right.
What's coming next? I don't know what's going on. What day is it today?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? What's my name?
And like he don't know. He know good and well it was her idea to leave England. It was her idea because she told him, I'm about to unalive myself. I need help. I can't be here anymore, Harry. We've got to get the hell out of here. We got to go to California. Let's go. It's amazing what they'll blame on me. Yeah, it's your fault. Megxit is your fault.
I believe that they kicked her out. I'm sorry. I think they kicked her out. They were allowed to cover it up. They were allowed to cover it up by saying they left. But I think they kicked her out.
You think she got kicked out? I think
me and Del the same. Me and Del believe that she got kicked out, and they allowed Megxit to cover up. They allowed them to say they left because they were covering it up.
Exactly. Yes, you do. You and Del think the same.
Yeah. And he had the choice to stay or go, and he chose to leave.
Yeah, they forced me to do all this stuff, and it's their fault, and they did this to me, and it's something how they can blame Mexi for everything.
Yeah.
It is your fault. You didn't try to make it work. You were ready to go as soon as you married him. How am I going to get the hell out of here? How are me and Harry going to get out of here? And he didn't even look at her because he knows that she's lying.
That this was going to happen. You went through the whole process, and it was all intentional to build your brand.
What is she doing? What is she doing, everyone? Put a 1 in the chat if she's doing exactly what Oprah just said, building her brand. She left because she wanted to build something different off of the royal name, and now she's failing at every corner. Rose wine, Scamajam, as ever.
Sprinkles.
Flower
sprinkles.
Stupid sprinkles.
Stupid sprinkles.
She went from sprinkles. She went from being a royal to sprinkling dead flowers on food.
She went from diamonds and tiaras to flower sprinkles.
To flower sprinkles. How low can you go? You went really low. That's your brand, Meghan? Flower sprinkles? This is my favorite part right here. Is when this is the only legitimate question that Oprah asked her.
And as the first mixed race person to marry into the family, and yours was a different story. And did that concern you in being able to fit in?
It's amazing how they can use Meg for everything.
Yes, and as the first mixed race person to marry into the family, and yours was a different story. And did that, either through rumors or social media out in the world, is either through rumors or social media out in the world, is that you, Meghan, are the one who manipulated, calculated, and are responsible for this Megxit.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing how they can use Meg for everything.
Yes, there are even stories that you knew all along that this was going to happen. You went through the whole process and it was all intentional to build your brand.
Can you imagine how little sense that makes? I left my career.
You didn't have one.
You had no career.
Your career was over, you dumb. Oh, God.
You had no career.
You didn't have a career. Your career was over. Suits was gone. They wrote you out of the script.
They kicked you out. They kicked you out of Suits as well.
I left. I had my career. I had a life. You didn't have shit going on for yourself, girl.
You had diddly squat, babe. Diddly squat.
Until the royal family swooped down and saved you. Because that's what they did. They let you be a part of something greater than yourself, and look how you treated it.
My life, I left everything because I love him, right? And our plan was to do this.
I loved him. No, you married him for the popularity status. You married Harry for your own personal gold digging reasons. Everybody knows that. I was committed to this. I told the queen I was going to do this, but the queen realized that you didn't do none of that.
But when she says we were going to do this, what is this?
Yeah,
again,
what is this?
She's actually answering the question by not answering the question.
Exactly.
She's talking nonsense. This is a big deflection because she can't actually answer the question. And she has to go, I'm not going to answer the question, but completely turn the question around to something else, the answer around to something else.
Yes. About herself. Starts talking about herself and my career and what I was doing. And I was dedicated and I was going to do this and that. You wasn't going to do any of that stuff. You're a liar. You're doing what you want to do. But even though you're doing what you want to do, you're not successful at it. You can't keep jam on the shelves. You can't keep your rose wine, available for people to buy. So what's the point?
Forever. Our plan for me, I mean, I wrote letters to his family when I got there saying, I am dedicated to this.
Dedicated to what, Meghan? Because you didn't do anything. You went in there spending money. Dictator, you were saying?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
She's not saying anything. Do this. What's this?
Right. I was dedicated to this. I was dedicated to, I wrote letters to them and told them. Yeah. What was you writing letters for? To kiss up? To pretend that you really want to be a part of the family and how you were going to hit the ground running and be an asset to the family, lying to them, gaslighting. You're a fake-a-do. You're a fake-a-do. This was the only legitimate question that Oprah sped out.
It's like she's trying to advertise herself. It's like she's trying to advertise herself. I came in. And I wanted to do this, and I was going to dedicate this. I wrote letters, and this is what I was paying to do. She's not answering a question of which, no, you lied and you manipulated the whole story.
She's putting out her resume.
Yeah.
She's putting out her resume, how wonderful she is, how great I am, how perfect I am. It's the same stuff. Didn't you see my mama twerking video? No, you made some major mistakes and you need to own up to them. And this Oprah interview was one of them. I was dedicated to this. I was dedicated to doing that. And I told them in letters that I need to pay them. I'll pay the jar people. I was dedicated to this and I was dedicated to that and this and that. Just lying. Just full of it. Look at her hands. I wonder what they got to say about this.
Or use me as you'd like.
Use
There was
me as you like. Use me. They should have took her by her head and just swung her around since she said use her. Oh,
but she never answered that question. That was a really good question, and she never answered it at all.
Very good question. Very good question. Did you marry him because you wanted to brand yourself? Yes, I did. I married him for that reason, to be popular. She married him for a lot of reasons. She is so fake. You are a fake-a-do.
no guidance as well, right? There were certain things.
And saying there was no guidance after.
And here she becomes the victim. Here we go. So she can't answer the question. The question is a good question about your scheming and the lies and everything. So the first thing she does is try and promote herself. No, I wanted to do this, and I wrote them letters. Use me as you wish. And now, to top it off, she now becomes the victim.
Right.
The victim of the story.
It's What was she finna say? That she's the victim.
Yeah, she was about to go on to the victim part where she makes herself out to be a victim.
Yeah. Like, I was dedicated to this and I was doing that.
Always got to make it the victim, no matter whatever the question. If she doesn't like the question, she has to answer it that she's a victim, make her out to be a victim somehow.
You're the victim. You had this big, beautiful wedding, married this guy that's sitting next to you, and you're sitting on there complaining and being a victim. It's disgusting. She didn't say not one nice thing about the family or the royals or the country or anything about what she had went through. It was all, no, I didn't make Kate cry. No, it was not my fault that we had to leave. We left because they were after me. It's just, she's so fake. You're a fake-a-do.
There's no class on how to.
There's no class. They offered her all kinds of help. There's no class on how to be a royal. Yes, there is. There's a class on just how to be nice, how to be cordial, how to be nice to people, and don't be mean and disrespectful, because you was over there bullying the staff to the point the queen had to do a whole investigation about you messing with the staff. There wasn't any books on how to do this. There wasn't anything on how to curtsy, on how to just be genuine and nice. Can you do that? No.
How to speak, how to cross.
How to speak.
Like, of course there is. They gave her lessons.
Stop. Come on, how to speak. Well, if you don't know how to speak, then you're marrying the wrong man. If you can't speak English and talk nice and be a nice pillar to society, then maybe you shouldn't have married the man. If you had all these issues, there wasn't anything to teach me, to show me, and I was dedicated to this, and then they didn't even help me. I'm the victim in all of this. It's their fault. Let me show you.
Cross your legs, how to be royal.
How to cross your legs, how to be royal.
No, she don't know how to cross her legs. That's how she made a living, crossing her legs. She would have made no living.
Right. There's a certain way you got to cross your legs. Shoot, she is slow.
And what's this got to do with the question? What has this got to do with the question?
Nothing. Nothing. She went into something totally different. The question was, why was you trying to brand yourself? Pretty much.
For family to brand yourself. And here she just waffles on about something else.
Yeah, talking about I didn't know how to do this and I didn't know how to do that. What the hell does that got to do with you branding yourself?
Deflection, quick deflection.
Quick deflection.
Take the conversation somewhere else. Quick deflection.
Let's make it, let's put it off on them. Let's say that they didn't help me, that I didn't know how to cross my legs, and no one taught me how to cross my legs. No one told me how to say hello in the UK language. It's stupid.
What's they have classes?
Oh, didn't she go to etiquette class?
I was supposed to say etiquette classes. You can get those anyway. You can just sit on YouTube and get them on YouTube.
And the guy said that she was the etiquette guy, he does it for all the stars and so on and so on. But she went to etiquette.
Of course she did. Of course she had all this. They all did.
Bill, there's none of that training. That might exist for other members.
Oh, now she's saying it.
Oh, he's the victim, you see. I'm the victim.
I'm the victim. It might exist for other people. No,
but not for me.
Lapoot, you were given special treatment. You were given special treatment, way more special treatment than Catherine. You got to go to the Christmas party and you wasn't even married. You got to do all these things because of Harry. And now you're complaining about it, talking about it might exist for other senior royals. That's that stupid stuff.
It is. You always got to be the victim. Always. Always the victim.
Knowing that the queen gave her whatever she needed and whatever she wanted. Recollections may vary.
Of the family, that was not something that was offered to me.
All right, I'll go first on this one. When she says, you, Meghan, you see that little head pop. She's getting ready. She's already in defense mode on this. I don't know if she must think Oprah's going to attack her. Oprah's not that style of interviewer. Sometimes she is, and sometimes because she's great at it. But in this case, she's not. And then while she's talking, she gives that back me up glance over to Harry. You know, she's going along like, back me up, man. I'm doing this. Then as her head pops, you see his head turn and give it one of these, like, you know, are you going in here? What are we doing? So they're both on, I think, what you would call high alert for an attack from Oprah. And Harry, you see this little bitty I'm not even sure. I'm not going to call it micro expression of anger, but boy, it sure looks like it. There's so much going on with his face. Doesn't look like a whole lot's going on most of the time, but when he gets in there, I can't decide if they're these little ticks he has or if it's actually these little micro expressions. And then they're both sitting very still as they go through this, really still, because they're waiting for an attack as they go through this. I guess it's really their first big interview they've done with anybody, so they're waiting for the big bombs to drop. But Oprah's not that style of interview. So I think that's what we're looking at. And then for her answer, obviously it's can you imagine? It's chaff and redirect. I hate to steal Greg's thing there, but that's what that is. She doesn't really answer it. She starts off, can you imagine? And goes into this thing, what people must think and how they must act, all those things, where she should just give an answer. That's what we think she should just do. But in this case, it's classic chaff and redirect. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so agree. Chaff and redirect. She doesn't answer the question. Can you imagine Meghan? Use Meghan for everything. Got it. Yeah, she just runs away with the question. Interestingly for me is watching his body language. When she asked the question in the beginning, I see pub act. If I were in a pub and saw a guy go like this, you know something's coming. That's pre-aggression when you're in those situations. So I think he's a little like, hold on a second. He cocks his head a little bit, looks at her, and then he realizes, hey, it's not an attack. But you see, there's conflict body language for sure there. He does kind of a half smile there. So he's got asymmetric behavior, and we know asymmetric behavior is never positive. Works his jaw a little bit. All that's conflict preparation. Right. All of that's conflict preparation. So it's a little condemning. His blink rate's up, hers drops. And then she does into, oh my God, this piece. When she starts talking about there are no classes, well, here's why royals married royals for centuries, because their life is that class. They didn't have to learn. And even to the point, if you look at pre-World War I.
And since you are not part of the royal dynasty, maybe you shouldn't have married into the royal family, since you didn't know what the hell you were doing and getting yourself into.
There are people who believe that World War I may have started over a family spat between people who are all descended from Queen Victoria living in different countries ruling now. So guys, this is a complex thing, the world they live in. So I'm sure they don't have, Mark, you may have had some of those classes. We don't get those because, we're provincials. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, when she says there are no classes, or maybe other people get it, watch him rifle through his Rolodex of visual memory to see if there are classes that other people have gotten.
Right.
See his eyes go up left as he's trying to recall. Is there a class for other people that she just didn't get exposed to? So interesting to watch. I think he was ready, to your point, Scott, he was ready to hammer. And then he realized, oh no, I don't have to do that. He backed down. He is, however, barriering, meaning barriers mean I need space. I put something between me and you. And you see it increase in him here and doing some adapting. And I refer to that as sacred space. I've left it out in a few places here.
Situations, because I think he's been trained in a number of places how to handle himself, and he is locked down hard. It's nice to see that there's this lovely little moment where he opens up his thumbs. He kind of does an open palm gesture, but just with the thumbs there. I think that's around the idea of
being deliberately deceptive, or that this is a fake interview or anything like that. But this is a moving piece. So if you're training it to be a psychologist, this is one of the first things you learn in psychologies is the patient or the client moving the locus of control piece away from themselves. And how often do they do that? That's a good data point. And that's all I got.
Excellent.
One of the stories that continues to live either through rumors or social media out in the world is that you, Meghan, are the one who manipulated, calculated, and are responsible for this Megxit.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing how they can use Meg for everything.
Yes. There are even stories that you knew all along that this was going to happen. You went through the whole process and it was all intentional to build your brand.
Can you imagine how little sense that makes? I left my career, my life. I left everything because I love him, right? And our plan was to do this forever.
For us.
Our plan for me, I mean, I wrote letters to his family when I got there saying, I am dedicated to this. I'm here for you. Use me as you'd like. There was no guidance as well, right? There were certain things that you couldn't do, but unlike what you see in the movies, there's no class on how to speak, how to cross your legs, how to be royal. There's none of that training. That might exist for other members of the family. That was not something that was offered to me.
Good.
All right.
You wanted freedom from that life. You wanted freedom to make your own money. You wanted freedom to make deals with Netflix and Spotify, but you also wanted to serve the Queen.
Yeah, we didn't want to give up, or we didn't want to turn our backs on the associations and the people that we've been supporting.
But also,
she just asked a question. You guys still wanted the deals and the Netflix stories and the Spotify. You still wanted to do that, right? Answer that question.
It exists.
Yeah, but it exists. But also the Netflix and the Spotify of it all, that was never part of the plan.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
because you didn't have a plan.
We didn't have a plan. That was suggested by somebody.
Yes, Netflix and all them was all a part of it. You had them in your Rolodex in the beginning. Stop lying. That wasn't even in the plan. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
You can make money, get out of Dodge and make money.
Else by the point of where my family literally cut me off financially, and I had to afford.
They cut him off financially, like he's broke. You're disgusting, Harry.
Afford security for us.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Your family cut you off?
Yeah.
In the first quarter of 2020. But I've got what my mum left me. And without.
So why are you complaining about it if you got what your mom left you? So they didn't just cut you off. They gave you a little something.
But what, Harry?
You decided to leave, Dingleberry.
Exactly. It's like he left his job.
You left your job.
You left your job.
Later.
Why would they continue to still pay for you? It's like you took Ravik to court 3 times, and a judge.
You puked.
And the judge said to you in the courtroom, you can't get security because you decided to leave.
You decided to leave.
You lost everything because you decided to leave. She got kicked out, but you decided to leave and go with her. So stop horror. So you lost your you lost your allowance.
You lost your job.
You lost your pocket money. You decided to leave.
You decided to quit your own job. So if you quit your job, then they don't need to pay you anymore. Harry, that's how that works. You left your family and the institution. You left your job.
Yeah. You know, he sounds like a child.
He does.
My dad cut me off, and thank God I've got millions and millions
from
in the bank. So I from my mum that I can now look after my family. I've got to pay for my own family, and thank God I've got millions of pounds that I can do that. He's trying to make himself out to be this massive hero.
Yeah, and a victim too. Like I'm a victim because my father cut me off, but I do have a little money, my mom, but he sounds like a child. Like,
he does.
Like you said, like he's not taking responsibility. He doesn't sound like a hero at all. He sounds like he failed.
Do you know what they do? And I was thinking about this the other day. Very randomly. These two, they're children at heart. They've never grown up. She's stuck at 11 and he's stuck at 13. And when you hear them talking and explaining these things, it's like they're talking in nursery rhymes. Like, she has to always be the victim.
Yes.
No matter what she's talking about, I'm the victim. He's the hero. I had to protect my wife. I'm protecting my wife. He went to court, took newspapers to protect my wife and family. I'm protecting them. Thank God I've got millions and millions of pounds to protect them. He portrays himself as a hero, and he portrays his father and the royal family and Prince William as villains. They cut me off. They did all these terrible things.
Yeah, it's their fault.
I'm the hero. He paints himself as this big hero figure, while she's this victim that needs to be saved.
This was worse.
The way that they see the world is very childlike. It really is crazy.
It really is, like two little spoiled brats sitting there complaining about life. It's crazy.
He's nearly a 40-year-old man. Oh my God, I had to start paying for my own family. Yeah. Welcome to the real world, Harry. Welcome to the big bad world, Harry. You got to get a job and pay for things yourself.
Exactly. I'm not sure, Nicola. Me too, Sue.
Me too, Sue. As soon as I finished school, I had to get a job and give my dad some money for food. Straight away. Yeah, I had a mortgage at early 20s, mortgage by the time I was 24, mortgage, and had to get my own job, pay for it myself. Crazy. Two grown adults.
That we would not have been able to do this.
Then good. Get somewhere and sit down. We won't be able to do this. So, obviously, you're able to do something. Then get somewhere and sit down, Meghan. You didn't have nothing when you married into the family. So what you doing running from the family anyway? She didn't have nothing, not a pot to sleep in.
Yeah, Diane La Rosa, Meghan looking at Harry like, don't say the wrong thing, Harry. Exactly what he was doing. Don't you dare. Don't say the wrong thing.
Big enough deal.
Stick to the script.
It's like
keep the victim narrative going.
We've got like they're getting ready to say something else. So in that case, I think that's what the leg slap is about. Is I'm not finished yet, and I got a little bit more. But still, as he's putting that together to come through, he doesn't want Meghan to jump in and switch things around on him.
You wanted freedom from that life. You wanted freedom to make your own money. You wanted freedom to make deals with Netflix and Spotify, but you also wanted to serve the Queen.
we didn't want to give up, or we didn't want to turn our backs on the associations and the people that we'd been supporting.
But also, it exists.
Yeah, but it exists. But also the Netflix and the Spotify of it all.
Down a bit.
That was never part of the plan.
Yeah,
because you didn't have a plan.
We didn't have a plan. That was suggested by somebody else. By the point of where my family literally cut me off financially, and I had to afford security for us.
Wait, hold up, wait a minute. Your family cut you off?
Yeah, in the first quarter of 2020. But I've got what my mum left me, and without that, we would not have been able to do this.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
My grandmother and I have a really good relationship and an understanding, and I have a deep respect for her. She's my colonel-in-chief, right? She always will be.
Your relationship with your father?
Think of Dad.
You treated your grandmother like crap.
Is he taking your calls now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is. There's a lot to work through there. You know, I feel really let down.
They do too.
Because he's been through something similar. He knows what pain feels like. And Archie's his grandson. But at the same time, you know, of course I will always love him. But there's a lot of hurt that's happened, and I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that relationship.
Oh, shut up.
All right, Chase, what do you got?
I think this initial comment's strange. I think he's trying to become childlike with this little shoulder shrug here. And granted, Oprah's using a technique wittingly, unwittingly, I don't know. But she's regressing him before getting to this question, which is a fantastic idea.
It's in it or from Duchesne.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'll send you the book. I bought it for you over Christmas and just forgot to send it out. It's sitting on the table.
Excellent.
My grandmother and I have a really good relationship and an understanding, and I have a deep respect for her. She's my colonel-in-chief, right? She always will be.
Your relationship with your father?
It's a strange.
Is he taking your calls now?
Yeah. He is. There's a lot to work through there. You know,
I wonder why.
I feel really let down because he's been through something similar. He knows what pain feels like.
By everyone, it seemed like you and Kate at the Wimbledon game where you were going to watch a friend play tennis. Was it what it looked like? You are two sister-in-laws out there in the world, getting to know each other. Was she helping you, embracing you into the family, helping you adjust?
I think everyone welcomed me.
Yes, they did.
And
everyone.
They welcomed you. They supported you. They gave you what you needed and what you wanted. You were spoiled rotten. They treated you like you were one of them. And this is how you repay them. Sitting on Oprah's couch or wherever y'all sitting at, talking about them in a very derogatory way, negative way, as if they did anything to you but help you. Because you didn't have any whole bunch of money. You didn't have money for dresses and clothes and stuff, but they gave you that. But did she mention that in this interview? No. When he was talking about money, she should have said, well, your father did take care of my all my wardrobe, my whole wardrobe. And I did get that 30 million pound wedding. No, they forget those kind of things. They cut me off. You should have took that money, the $30 million, and put it in your pocket. Oh, that was the taxpayers' money.
Yeah. When he said, oh, healing the rift with my father and my family is my first priority, he just, after this interview, came out spare and all the other crappy Netflix and all of this, which made it worse. Where did he try and make it right with his family?
Exactly.
Everything he did since this interview has made it worse.
It's made it worse.
Attack.
Attack.
No, it's just rubbish. He's just trying to make himself look good.
Yeah, and it's not. He's not doing a good job of it.
No.
And yeah, and when you say, was it what it looked like? My understanding and my experience of the past 4 years is it's nothing like what it looks like.
All right. We good?
Yep.
All right.
Let me ask the question.
Yeah.
So over a year ago, you shocked the world. You announced that you were stepping back as senior members of the royal family. And then the media reported that you had blindsided the Queen, your grandmother. So here's a time to set the record straight. What was the tipping point that made you decide you had to leave?
Yeah, I was desperate. I went to all the places which I thought I should go to ask for help. We both did, separately and together.
So you left because you were asking for help and couldn't get it?
Yeah, basically. But we never left.
All right. Chase, what do you got?
Listen to this bit here.
We see contempt from Harry when the word media is mentioned. And I think it was Mark earlier, you're talking about the hand signals and how we can have this covert language. We see Harry's thumb drop down onto Meghan's hand right away and says, hey, I got this. I'm going to answer this question. The entire response is vague and ambiguous. Help for what? What kind of help? We have no idea. And what are these places you go to help? Is it an office? Is it a person? He didn't say I went to all the people. He said I went to all the places. So maybe it was Stonehenge. No idea. But then, on his confirmation at the end, there's eye blocking qualifiers. He's saying the word basically, which I think takes away from his belief in his own credibility. And then says they didn't leave at all. At the very end, he says we didn't leave at all. I think that's a pretty important data point there. Scott, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, you go forward. He just basically says what we all say, that they don't actually answer the question. They don't make sense.
A whole lot here at all. Just there's some really tiny stuff going on in Harry's face during the question and during the answer as well. But then it seems like controlled frustration to me, because there's not a lot of movement. Everything is sort of locked down. And it just seems like that's the only thing I've got for this is just controlled frustration with this. And even that little hand clutch they've got going on. I know Greg's got some stuff on that probably, but it's just the whole thing just seems like frustration to me. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, if you watch, this is exactly what I was saying earlier. This is a microculture. They've got their hands all bundled together so they can communicate without you seeing it. And Chase, it's funny you say those words. I got this. It's funny because exactly what I said is when he presses his thumb against her, he's saying, I got this. I got it. When he first shows, we hit almost the same thing. So I'm going to roll through them. He shows contempt by exposing that canine on his left. And then he has a kind of a one-sided smile. He shows disgust in general at the idea with his mouth wrenching.
Yeah.
He swallows hard. His respiration rises. Their hands are tight. He signals her, I got this. She figuratively bites her tongue rather than talking. And then something else happens. He rolls his palm. Now, he's been doing that modified fig leaf with one hand over his groin. He raises his palm and rolls his palm out like we didn't leave. Okay, that's good signaling. And then he does something very characteristic of his family. At the very end, he chuckles, oh, like a little chipmunk or something. His father did the very same thing when questioned today about this interview. It's to your point, Mark, microculture all over again. He's rolling, and it's a way to blow you away from him. It's just a way to distance.
Would you mind really doing that? Would you mind doing that laugh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a chipmunk kind of. Yeah, you can use that. I'm sure it'll come up again. But he sounds like a little chipmunk. And Charles did the same thing today when he was walking in public and somebody asked him that. So learn behavior, not necessarily anything other than it's his way of pushing you to distance. So yeah, Mark.
Warren.
Yeah, good catch on all of those, especially yes, the disdain for the media, the contempt for the media.
Right.
You know, that's one of the big themes of this interview. You know, probably why this morning Piers Morgan went off on one and really spat the dummy over it, because there is big pressure from this team on the media and trying to display to the public the deal that the media have with royalty and vice versa, and how they were, you know, thrown to the lions on that deal, essentially. And that's the way they weren't supported, is the story. I think what's interesting as well is you'll watch other body language pundits out there who will tell you that that thumb move is Harry soothing Meghan or comforting it. No, it's a signal of, just as the guys were saying, of I'll take this one. I've got this one. I'm going to go with this one. Again, good covert signaling there that will look to most like a comfort signal. It is not. Withheld opinion, I think, when it's the idea of stepping back, he's already saying, yeah, it wasn't stepping back. That's not the story. And he's holding back on that.
Yes,
the biggest thing I want to bring up, because it irks me a little bit, is he's wearing suede desert boots, and he's broken his ankle, he's broken the joint in his ankle, and he's got the suede desert boots on the gravel. And those things pick up, gravel really badly, and you end up having to dust them off, and I worry about the suede getting damaged. But that's kind of the vulnerable look that he's going for right now. He hasn't got any energy left in that leg, and it's just kind of dragging in the dirt now. He's kind of almost like an invalid royal. He's almost...
Yes, baby. What is he doing? What's up with him?
That Rock-a-Doodle.
What's a warrant? Royal warrant?
It's when they if you like a shop or a service and you work for the monarchy, like Harrods or Fortnum & Masons, or clothes maker, dressmaker, and you work for the royal family, they say a thank you, and they thank you, and they I can't think of the word. Yeah, so they thank you, and they say you can have a royal warrant, and it sits on.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so if you work for the royal family, the royal family will promote you and say thank you by giving you a royal warrant.
Oh.
Think of the word then.
It's almost like a Russian aristocrat, a little bit weedy and a little bit in need, a little bit, with a blood disease going on. Needs a lot of care and attention right now. So I really do see that him playing, to an extent, an image of not being strong at this moment. Again, so I think they can set up the idea of victim thrown to the lions, which could be very, very true. The British media are, terrible at times, awful at times, and you wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of that, because they will eat you alive, and they just eat you again just because they can, because it's fun,
Mark,
so
do you remember
the Wallace
Alan
Simpson
Pease? Oh, sorry, Greg.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, go look at the Wallace Simpson thing from way back when, 80 years ago, how they treated that. I mean, they chewed her alive. All kinds of rumors, all kinds of things.
Yeah. Sorry, Chase, what were you going to say?
Alan Pease wrote one of the best books on body language out there. It's called The Definitive Guide to Body Language. Very good. I cut my teeth on that, so to speak. But that ankle tilt, he named it, as far as I know. And that little ankle tilt, he said, was done predominantly by women, but he called it the sassy sailor, because it was made popular by Betty Boop on Navy recruiting posters in the 1940s.
How interesting.
And it goes away in boys after puberty. Boys do it when they're young. That's why when I first watched this, you guys saw me texting back and forth, hey, I think he's got some 12-year-old body language here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was seeing.
And one more thing about the shoes and stuff, Mark. somebody tell me, am I wrong? It's brown shoes and black socks. Is that good? Do those go together?
You know, his shoes are kind of classic German street. To have some desert boots for a kind of a Ludlow style, a more casual jacket that doesn't have any form in the shoulders, which is kind of what he's wearing. That's a good look. You know, if he was really going for the soles there. So, you know, they're very non-slip. So, but, you know, good for a working man. Royalty don't wear Vibram.
What if I don't have any pants on?
So here's culture. Here's culture, Scott. You just offended the entire Middle East showing the soles of your feet.
Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? These shoes are for kicking indoors, though. It's not for...
Well, even with high-quality soles like those, surely everybody must appreciate that kind of high-quality sole.
It's all about culture, as Greg said.
Let me ask the question.
Yeah.
So over a year ago, you shocked the world. You announced that you were stepping back as senior members of the royal family. And then the media reported that you had blindsided the Queen, your grandmother. So here's a time to set the record straight. What was the tipping point that made you decide you had to leave?
Yeah, I was desperate. I went to all the places which I thought I should go to ask for help. We both did, separately and together.
So you left because you were asking for help and couldn't get it?
Yeah, basically. But we never left.
Man.
Here we go.
You said that you love your brother and always will love your brother. You didn't tell.
The reason why you guys left is because you didn't get any help.
Help from what? What the help did you need?
Right. What help?
We still, all these 5 years later, we still don't know what it is.
No, you're right.
We don't know what this thing is, this big thing. We don't know what it is.
Leave. Wow, they're so vague.
Tell me what the relationship is now, though.
The relationship is space at the moment. And, you know, time heals all things.
Space. What is he talking about?
Space. These two just cannot answer the question or make any coherent sense.
Yep.
It's just
doesn't make
gobbledygook language. It's just nuts.
Hello, Sycamore.
Hi, Sycamore tree.
It's hello, Judge Shady Court.
Oh, new face.
I know. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, just making up stuff. They, them, it's their fault and they didn't help us and we went here and they wasn't there. It ain't making any sense.
No, it's just word salad. It's so they chaff and redirect, like the guy said, chaff and redirect.
Exactly.
Don't answer the question. Just talk about gobbledygook. Talk about nothing at all. As long as I don't answer the question, we're fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hopefully. Any regrets?
Yeah. Ask him now, Oprah. Hello. Any regrets? Yes, I regret leaving my family, the Queen.
I regret leaving a life of no money worries.
No
worries. Houses, beautiful clothes, servants, hair, makeup. Yeah, I regret leaving all of that.
I had everything.
You had everything standing on a balcony.
Yeah.
I bet you bloody do regret that now. I tell you, every day you wake up in the mornings and you go, we had it all and we just blew it all.
Exactly.
I would, if I was them, I'd be crying.
I'd be like, Harry, see what you can do to get us back over there.
I would be saying, I'm sorry.
I'd
be going on, that's like we were talking about the other day. I'd be going on chat shows saying, I messed up. I'm sorry, I messed up. I wanna put it right. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be doing everything I could to make it up. I really would.
Okay, writing letters, calling the press, having interviews. I regret wanting to grow up. Exactly, Judge Shady Court. I regret wanting to grow up. That's exactly what they sound like. I don't want to be adults. I want to depend on my dad to take care of me for the rest of my life. He cut me off. You left.
I had to get a job and pay for my wife and child myself.
Yes.
I regret it. I want to go back. That 14 million has run out. I need to go back.
And then the little money that Oprah gave them for their charity, to start their charity. Yes, Oprah noticed she came over here to start her own brand business with that rose wine and those pebbles.
Sprinkles.
Yeah. Putting it on donuts and stuff. It's stupid. She looks like an idiot. It looks like something that should be like a hobby. But she's doing it for money. But I heard too, Dictator, that their money is running out.
I heard they're flat broke. I mean, we've been hearing that their money's running dry for a long time, but apparently it's gone. That's a lot. That's the word on the street.
Well, look at the clothes that she buys and the money that they spend on this $14 million home, and
that's why they talk about that scamming all the shipping details, and they're selling like 10 bottles and taking all the money, giving no refunds, keeping all the shipping costs because they got no money. She's got to get it from somewhere.
Exactly. Hello, Tracy Teach. Hello. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
No, I mean, no, I think we've done. I'm really proud of us. You know,
I'm disappointed.
Because they're heroes. They're heroes. They fought they're dragon slayers. We fought the evil big bad war family, and we're heroes.
Yeah, we're heroes. I'm proud of what we've done. We've smashed the dragon. We've slayed the dragon.
They tried to beat us down. They tried to beat us down, hold us back, and we did it. We went forward.
Yeah.
We're heroes. Jesus H. Christ.
Knowing that his family did everything to support them too.
Of course they did.
Yeah, they did.
They gave them a 9-bedroom house in Windsor Castle. 9-bedroom house in Windsor Castle.
Yeah.
$32 million.
$2.5 million to renovate it.
Yeah. £32 million wedding. Oh, what did they not have?
Right. What did you? It blows my mind how entitled this woman thinks she is supposed to have as soon as she married this man. It's interesting. And he is so, to me, oblivious. Like, he's just going along with it, stroking Meghan's back. Yeah, she went through a lot. Had to, it wasn't her that, you know what he didn't do? He didn't say Mexico wasn't her fault.
Yeah, even Oprah Winfrey laughed in their face at that point. Jesus Christ.
I'm so proud of my wife. Like, she safely delivered Archie during a period of time which was so cruel and so mean.
So cruel and so mean.
Well done. Meghan had a baby. Oh my God, she's a hero. She had a baby. Wow.
Right. Whoa. Everybody,
you're not a hero. Letitia, you had a baby, but you're not the hero.
I'm not a hero.
You're not a hero, but she is. She's a hero because she had a baby.
Yep.
Every woman who's had a baby is not a hero, but she is the hero.
They keep trying to say that they were in some type of duress situation.
Yeah. Well, she certainly didn't have Lily because we saw the baby bump. That weren't no baby bump.
I guess Meghan said the industry used her. Now she wants her tea in crumpets. Oh.
I like crumpets. tea and crumpets.
You do?
Do you know what a crumpet is? Very
No,
nice.
is it a biscuit?
No, it's like you know, like a muffin. It's a bit like a muffin. It's got holes in the top, and you toast it, and you put butter on it, and it butter melts, and it's lovely. A crumpet.
Oh my God, it sounds really good. With the little holes in it. Is it sweet or like sourdough?
It's like pancake dough, but
Okay.
but you mold it into like a bun thing.
Yeah, I would have to say she used the industry judge, Shady Court, because they gave her everything and she still wasn't satisfied. She still wasn't happy. She still wanted to come to California and make her rose and biscuits. Let's see, spoiled brat. Yes, let's finish this. And
every single day I was coming back from work from London, I was coming back to my wife crying while breastfeeding Archie.
You want to go?
That's coming from someone who wasn't reading anything. And as she touched on earlier, if she had read anything, she wouldn't be here now.
What?
All right, Greg, what do you got?
So he starts off barriered against the threat. He's shrunk forward a little bit. He's all crunched up. His legs are crossed. I mean, to your point, Mark.
He came back from work every day. Oh, you got to go.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. He just said, I came back from work and she was crying, breastfeeding Archie. Crying in a 9-bedroom house.
I thought she was sitting on the step pregnant talking about, I don't want to be here no more.
Oh. Crying every day while breastfeeding Archie. Jesus Christ, in a free 9-bedroom house in Windsor Great Park with her expensive pajamas on. Bloody hell. Don't know if they're born. If you can get some crumpets, try crumpets, they're nice. Bit of butter, a bit of jam, but don't use Meghan spread. Get some nice jam, proper jam. I just said that, Diane. We just did the same thing. Yeah, or just nice butter melted. Nice. Oh, no, Marmite. Ugh. I can't stand Marmite. It's horrible.
That's Tyler.
Yeah, bit of just butter or jam, a little bit of honey maybe.
Did he say she was crying every day, breastfeeding Archie?
Yeah, he's coming home from London. She's sitting there crying, breastfeeding Archie. Crying over what? In a free 9-bedroom house. Jesus Lord.
Delicious. I know, it sounds so yummy. Judge Shady Court. Yes, you should come more often and hang out with us.
Come over.
Yeah. We would love to have you.
This is all we do. We just shout at the computer, shout at Harry and Meghan.
We shout at the computer.
We just shout at the computer all day.
Yeah, right now, Shady Judge, she's making rose wine and jam, and she's run out of all of it. And so I think are they trying to make money off of that?
What, the wine?
Yeah, the wine and the jam stuff.
Well, they're trying, but it's disgusting. No one wants to buy it. And she can't even restock.
It's not working. It's not working. Yeah.
Yeah, just rewind it. Hear him say he came back from London and she was crying, breastfeeding Archie. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was so much. I remember him saying this too in the documentary. It was so much pain and so much suffering.
But we don't know what it is. To this day, we just don't know what that pain and the suffering is, or what the problem was, or why she was crying. We never found out what it is.
We never found out what it was. You're
Found
right.
out.
Yeah, we never know. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and Dictator. Thank you, Demon Dictator, for this video and us recapping it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys today, as always. Thank you, members. Thank you, Snowdrop, and for being such a wonderful mod. And thank you, Demon Dictator, for being a part of my panel. I really do appreciate you coming out and being a part of it, because I love your input. It's awesome.
You're welcome. I love coming up.
So, to be continued. We will come back either tonight or tomorrow about more Meghan stuff, okay? And what she's doing. I went on her Instagram. Let's check her Instagram real quick, guys. Now, I don't follow her on Instagram. So.
Yeah, don't give her the numbers.
Exactly.
Sue Clark. She was a heap on the floor crying from her left eye. Left eye go.
Left eye go. And this is her little tray she made. Yeah. Oh, let's show Judge Shady Court this video real quick. You got to see this video of Meghan twerking in the hospital about to give birth. And then we'll go off with that.
Yeah, Judge Shady Court, watch this.
Yeah, watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Now, we can't play the music, right?
No, don't play the music.
Okay. I laugh every time she does it like that. Like, it moves. She doesn't even look pregnant there.
No.
It doesn't look like a real bump.
This was, every time we sit there and go, she can't do worse, she does. This was this is the worst of the worst of the worst.
Yeah. This was Woo! The British didn't like this at all. They wanted to strip her of her titles after this dance. They said, take them, take them. But the really moment is when she lift up her skirt, her dress, and go down with it. That was look at Harry.
Yeah, Judge Shady Court. Yeah, the Raw Mess covered this. You should go and watch that again. It was a funny episode.
Yes.
They ripped this to pieces, the Raw Mess.
Yeah. Is she starting over? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was that. I know. Don't hurt your eyes, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, look at Harry. Look at this. Look at that. I bet they practiced this.
Of course they did. Hit the like button on the way out. Lovely people.
Hit that like button on the way out. Look at her go down low. Don't go too down. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know if that's a baby bump or not.
It's not. Jeez.
Harry looks like an idiot.
He is an idiot. He is an idiot.
There he goes. There he goes. All right, guys. Love you guys. Have a wonderful
Bye, everyone. I'm off to bed. See you later.
Good night, sweetheart. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kisses to you all. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is your way. And make somebody smile today by complimenting them.